Merry Christmas, everyone. Hope you're all having a lovely day out there with your families, with your presents, and hope it's all going swimmingly for all you guys. The football, as we all know, never ever stops, and we have a Boxing Day game against Brighton at home tomorrow at 12:30 p.m. It's a game where we need a reaction from that Chelsea game. Hopefully the players haven't been on the Christmas drink. Hopefully they've had a quiet Christmas and been working hard, because the fight for the top four is well and truly on. And we're 6 points behind Chelsea, who extended their lead after beating us on Sunday. Brighton are no mugs. They've turned up some big performances this season. They beat us 3-0 earlier in the season. They went away to Arsenal and 1-1, although questions need to be had how hard that actually is. But it's not going to be an easy game. Brighton are a different animal as they've been in recent seasons. They're now with Graham Potter, who they gave a new deal in November. Such are how impressed they are with the work he's done. They're now a possession-based team. They're now a team who actually likes to play football on the ground. It's not a team who just plays percentages and is solid defensively like they were under Chris Hughton. So it's a different kind of game. They have different threats. They got pacey forwards now. It's not just Glenn Murray goal hanging up front. They've got Morpie, who's a fast attacker with a good finish. They've got Trossard. Pascal Gross is back in the team. He's a creative force who we're going to need to stop. And Spurs are going to have to cope without Heung-min Son, who had his appeal rejected. So Spurs are going to have to find a different way forward, because a lot of the time since Jose's come in, we've been looking for that ball in behind to find Heung-min Son, and we've found a lot of joy with that method. But that method is not going to be... that weapon is not going to be with us in this game. So, how are we going to beat Brighton? We're going to have to take them on at their own game. We're going to have to show that we're the better footballing team than they are. And although that disastrous performance in October, which was pretty much the start of the end for Pochettino, one of the games where it made you realise, I'm not sure you could turn this around. Ndombele got taken off at half-time in that game. It was an absolute disaster. They out-footballed us that game. Aaron Connolly was making his Premier League debut, scored 2 goals. And he tore our defence to shreds. And actually 3-0, we got off lightly, losing 3-0 that day. Such was the performance. We're going to have to play through the middle. We're going to have central midfielders on the pitch that can actually play football and actually get the ball on the ground and look for a pass for going forward. And hopefully that made Ndombele comes back into the lineup. I'm thinking, not sure who's going to play Heung-min Son. I'm thinking either Ryan Sessegnon or Giovanni Lo Celso is going to come in. It's going to be interesting to see who Jose picks, because 3 games out Son, he's a big blow. He was one of our main attacking threats this season. He's been our most informed player, you would probably argue. And it's an awful time to lose him as well. Just through the Christmas period, losing one of your best players for 3 games is not ideal at all. But it's not going to be an easy game, but we have to start getting we have to win. We have to get a reaction from that Chelsea game. So hopefully Jose puts an attacking lineup out there. I don't want to see Sissoko and Dyer in the middle again. I want to see Ndombele starting. I would like to see Ryan Sessegnon come in so we can keep that pace going forward. Obviously, we're going to have Lucas, we're going to have Dele, we're going to have Kane up front. So those are going to be the mainstays. It's all about that position, I think, in centre midfield as well, where the big changes are going to be. I expect Aurier and Jan Vertonghen and Alderweireld and Sanchez all to keep their place in the lineup. But Brighton are no mugs, and I can see them holding their own in this game. And I think Graham Potter's done a great job since he's gone in there. And it's not going to be an easy game. They're gonna come and they're gonna try and win. They're gonna play their football. It could play into our hands, but also it means they could exploit a lot of our weaknesses. That's the main problem when teams come and they try and win. I know we've struggled before when teams have come looking for a draw and sit low block. Brighton, I don't think are going to do that. But what they can do is exploit the weaknesses you have. Trossard could exploit that gap in behind Aurier, which a number of players have done this season. If we don't get close to Pascal Gross, if we don't cut the supply he's going to give, he can be deadly from set pieces and from in around the box. He's got a fantastic final ball. I mean, he creates a lot of chances. So that's another thing we just have to be on guard for. Davy Proper in the centre, a lovely ball-playing centre midfielder who is a Holland international. He gets into the Dutch team. So he's another one. If we don't keep a close eye on him, then they could actually get a lot of joy going forward on the ball. And defensively, they've got players like Lewis Dunk, who I think is good enough to play for England. I'm a big fan of Lewis Dunk, and he's not going to be easy to get away from. They like to play a back three. Dan Burns as well, big 6'7" defender. He's another one who we could struggle against. He performed very well against Adama Traore when Wolves played Brighton a few weeks ago, and it showed how badly Vertonghen struggled against him, how hard of a job that is. So he's another one who's a very good defender, having a very good season. But we know the qualities that we have. We know that we could hopefully, maybe Lamela will come back in, get that feistiness back in the team, and we need to start creating more chances than we are. We need to be better on the ball than we showed against Chelsea, because against Chelsea it was absolutely horrific. There was no creativity. There was no sense of keeping possession. There was no sense of building attacking moves. It was all about bypassing the midfield and going straight to the attack and playing a long ball. Hopefully we don't do that in this game. I'm hoping we don't. I'm hoping, although we have a variation to our game now, whether under Pochettino was only playing short goal kicks, it was only trying to play through midfield. It's good to have variation, but you need to still keep the semblance of the attack that we used to have under Pochettino. We can't just go like we were against Chelsea, just long ball every single time, because it didn't work. It was hard to watch, and teams can figure it out, especially in this day and age. So I'm going to go for a Spurs win. I don't think it's going to be easy. I think Brighton are going to really give us a game, but it's going to be tight. But I think if we can just get the lead and hopefully Brighton can open up a bit. I know they'll probably be open from the start, but open up even more and we can exploit them. I think I'm going to go for 2-1 to Spurs, but it's not going to be an easy game. Hopefully we have a good Boxing Day. Chelsea are at home to Southampton, so hopefully they can do us a favour, but I wouldn't hold my breath on that one. But let's see what happens. Hope you've all had a very good Christmas and a happy Hanukkah as well. Like, subscribe if you like our content. Let us know in the comments below what you think, how you think the game is going to go. And as always, come on you Spurs.